Chapter 1. It was February 1964. I had just turned 18, and I thought my career was over before it had begun. He lay there motionless with a fried egg on his chest, looking rather absurd. I stood there rooted to the spot, staring at the egg. God, was he dead? Had I killed him? Oh, bloody hell. The morning had started out like any other since my training had begun a few months earlier. Through that early morning haze between sleep and waking, bells were ringing deafeningly. An image of a fire truck flashed through my mind, and then one of an old black Wolseley police car with the bright silver bell at the front of the radiator. Or was it the school bell? Shit, was I late for my bell monitor duties? I started to wonder what I was doing still in school when the warmth of the fog that surrounded me lifted. I gradually opened one eye to see the large, round, white face of my alarm clock angrily staring back at me, its pale green luminous hands and numbers a beacon in the dark, announcing that it was 6 o'clock. Bugger! Morning already, and I was a long way from those bell monitor days. I watched the little hammer move back and forth, striking one bell then the other. I tried to make it stop by force of concentration, but still it kept going. Where had I found the strength to wind it so tightly? The mechanical spring surely has got to reach the end of its spiral soon. The hammer started to slow, and just as I was about to declare the victory of human willpower over the machine, the thin wooden partition that divides the staff accommodations shook as if it were about to collapse. Davidson, my next-door neighbour, had thumped the wall. "Turn that bloody alarm off." I was beaten. In a second effort of gargantuan concentration, I managed to focus my strength to lift my arm from under the warmth of my blankets to reach out and press the little knob on the clock that brought instant silence to the room. I lay there as if paralyzed, wondering if the pain that made itself felt between my temples was sufficient to give me a day off. The taste of the 6th pint of beer from the night before invaded my mouth, and suddenly I caught the smell through the darkness of the last cigarette I had stubbed out in the ashtray beside the bed. Oh God, it really is morning, and I am on the early shift for room service. Why can't I be dead? I tested the outside temperature by sticking my right foot out from under the blankets. It was freezing. I took another look at the evil, illuminous face of the alarm clock, which reminded me that it was 5 minutes since I was dragged awake from the warm, sleeping embrace of the blankets. The decision was made for me. I threw back the covers and leapt out of bed, aiming for the switch at the door, 6 feet away, that would bring light into my dark English day. More pain, as my moving toe came into contact with an immovable object on the floor. I let loose a cry of pain that quite ironically harmonized with the ringing pitch of the object with which my toe had come in contact. Still in mid-flight, my hand hit the switch and there was light. As I steadied myself, I tried to focus on what shared the floor with my discarded clothes from the night before, a large opaque white globe with the Shell Company emblem emblazoned upon either side, normally seen on top of a petrol pump in a public garage, had found its way into my room. Where did it come from and how did it get here? What did we do last night? The clock's increasingly malicious big hand was now moving to its midpoint. I had 15 minutes before I was due to be serving breakfast to some of the world's most eccentric old wrinklies, who were still warmly ensconced in their comfortable beds in the home, the Grand Hotel. I had no time to review the results of what had obviously been a first-rate night out with the lads the night before. Instead, I focused on getting my brain into gear. I headed for the bathroom down the corridor, washed clean teeth, back in 4 minutes, donned my whitish shirt, must wash that today. On with my black trousers and waiter's jacket. Where is my bow tie? Panic. Where is it? In the corner of my eye I catch a glimpse of it, only to be disappointed to find a sock. Speaking of which, where is the other one? How does one lose things in a room that would usually serve as a broom cupboard? Ah, there it is, and thank God there is my bow tie.